What's good, family? So smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we got some truly breaking news right now regarding your man's Devin, the Kambosos smoker, Haney, and I'm gassed for this news. Now, this news comes by the way of Dan Raphael, who, for the people who don't know, is an ESPN top general. Yeah, listen, bottom line, Dan Raphael is a top bulbous general at ESPN. Why is that relevant? Well, ESPN is top rank, and ESPN top rank is the deal Devin Haney. Or Devin Haney has a deal with Top Rank and ESPN for the next few fights. So this news that's coming comes from ESPN, who's involved in this event to the utmost degree. Hence, it's A1 news. Yeah, there ain't no speculation about this news. Not to mention, Devin Haney also retweeted it, so it's confirmed. Shut down. Here we go. Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, is set to arrive in Australia in time to be in his son's corner for the George Kambosos fight, after being granted a last-minute visa to enter the country, according to Top Rank. So actually, it comes via Top Rank. Either way, it's locked in, confirmed, 100%, no doubt about it. I'm gassed for this, because, you might know I like to gamble. Yesterday we had some big news. Bob Arum was out here leaking information, telling us that the judges, there's going to be no scams with the judges, and most importantly, he is Team Haney. He said Devin Haney has a multi-fight contract with us, which means that there's going to be no incentive for ESPN or Top Rank to make this go dodgy for Dev. And if you don't know, I've got a whole bag of coin on Dev. Yeah, Dev fixing to whoop dude. That's what I'm hoping going to happen. Now, listen, I ain't going to lie to you. If Kambosos pulls it off, fair play to the guy. Obviously, I'm going to be big sad that my coin gone, but fair play to the guy. I'm not someone who... Ultimately, I live in the sport of boxing, so I wouldn't want... Oh, I ain't going to lie to you. Listen, if, let's say the robbery went the other way, yeah, let's say Kambosos got robbed. Am I going to cry about it? No. But I'll be honest and tell you, listen, he probably lost. But listen, the coin... I ain't going to lie to you, I'm too broke. I'm too broke to lose no coins. If it meant I could win coin and Kambosos lose, I'd take it all day. Yeah, way too broke. But anyway, so from a gambling point of view, like I said, Bob Arum came out of nowhere. After the last few weeks has been nervous for me. I couldn't bring myself to bet on Kambosos. Because for me, to bet on Kambosos would mean I'd have to bet on a robbery. If it's fair for fair, I see Haney winning pretty comfortably, to be honest. That said though, Eddie Hearn was all in the video a few days ago saying, Devin Haney's got no one supporting him, and Devin Haney's naked over there, and he's got no protection, and etc, etc. That obviously, someone who gambling, that's got me nervous. But like I said, yesterday, Bob Arum comes out and basically calls Eddie Hearn a liar. Devin Haney does have protection. Devin Haney got the top rank pattern. And Bob Arum categorically said there ain't going to be no skullduggery with the judges. I've never heard him say that before. Yeah? Now, on top of that good news, we've obviously heard this now. That Bill Haney going to be there. So I do have to tip my hat to the Australian government, because for whatever reason, they've managed to work it out. Although, it did have me thinking that is this, whilst at first glance it's a positive thing, great, Bill Haney going to be there, but this news came out 10 hours ago. Now, obviously, I'm not sure, they haven't... surely soon we're going to find out when Bill Haney will be there. Now, the fight will start in 24 hours, or about 28 hours. The fight's starting, in 28 hours. This news is about 12 hours old. Now, we don't know how long it was between Dan Raphael and Top Rank tweeting this and when the actual decision was made. Because remember, it takes time to book flights, it takes time to get to the airport, etc, etc. And also, I believe it's a long-ass flight. I think the flight's like 20 hours from the US or something like that. So that takes out a day almost. And we've only got a day left, so I don't know about the timing. But again, why is that relevant? Well, I've given credit, or at first glance, you think, great, let's give credit to the Australians. But thinking about it now, what what's changed in the last 24 hours in as much as, okay, you've decided suddenly that Haney can come in, Bill Haney can come in. Why couldn't you have done that? Apparently Bill Haney's been trying to get in for the last 3 weeks. So what's changed all of a sudden now at last minute? So like I said, at first glance, it's all great, wow. And in a way, initially I was saying, great, this proves that the Australians aren't trying to run a scam. This makes it less likely that there's going to be some sort of Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn skullduggery going on. But really, when I started thinking into it, it's possibly, this move from the Australians is possibly actually evidence that they are trying to run a scam. Why? Well, like I said, it sounds as if Bill Haney going to get there in the nick of time, like a few hours before. So, is that beneficial to Devin Haney? Does he really need that emotional sway? And for all we know, it might literally be touch and go. Like, oh, is Bill Haney going to be here at 10 p.m. ready before the fight or whatever? You get what I'm saying? And remember, this is Devin Haney's biggest fight. He's already 10,000 miles away from home. Now, obviously, if this news came a week ago, it'd be 100% positive and all praises to the Australian government. But the fact it comes now, and it's not like they've released some sort of, it's not as if they've said, oh, well, the reason it took this long is A, B, C, D. They were sitting on it saying no, and now all of a sudden it's a yes in the nick of time. It's almost as if to me they've done that to try and cause volatility and uncertainty within Haney's camp. Because Haney was set, wasn't he? He knew his dad wasn't going to be there. They had things set, no problem. Now it's like, is he going to make it? Is he not? What time is he going to get in? Arguably, this move disrupts things. Arguably, this move isn't beneficial because it takes Devin Haney and Team Haney away from the plan. The best plans are ones that don't change, albeit whether Bill Haney's there or not. It's best at this point almost 24 hours before, yeah. Don't forget as well, Devin Haney will have been weighing in and whatnot around all this going on. So in my mind, 24 hours before a fight, it's almost as if he's not there 24 hours before, don't bother coming. Because Devin Haney spent the last 3 weeks or a month getting used to Zab Judah's dad, who was planned to be the head trainer. He's got used to his dad not being there. Now, emotionally speaking, he's gone from being prepared and being calm and whatever else, that his dad's not going to be there, to having that rush of emotions. Oh, he's going to be here now, or will he be here? Will he be late? And for all we know, is Devin Haney's dad, is Bill Haney going to get stopped at customs because of his prison record? And are they going to keep him there and make it drag out even more? Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, you just don't know, do you? So it's possible that it's possible the Australians have let him in or said, yeah, he can come, and then he'll get here. So Devin Haney now may believe, oh, he's going to be here, great. And then his dad gets to the airport and they've got him in customs because his record flagged up or whatever. That's what you call a roller coaster of emotion. Oh, great, the elation, he's going to be here. Oh, now he's been stopped at Thing. Is he going to make it or not? We're not sure. That there is not good. In a way, I almost feel as if Bill Haney should have said, you know what, Dev? You got this. We're not going to play their game. Because they've had months. They've known we've been coming for months. Yeah? Why now? That's what I'm thinking. Why now? But listen, maybe the Australian government have got an explanation. I haven't heard it. So why now? They've had this whole week. Yeah? The whole week they've had, and they choose 24 hours before. That don't sit right with me. What could have changed? Why today and not 3 days ago? Explain that. So I almost feel, that Haney, or Bill Haney, should have said, you know what, Dev? Let's not play their games, because that to me is game playing. For them to authorise it within 48 hours before, that's game playing, in my opinion. That tells me that's odd. I can't work it out I can't see a fair or justified reason for that. They're trying to play mind games. They're trying to disrupt the camp, in my opinion. which also implies if they are playing games, what other games are they playing? Have the judges had a knock at the door? And honestly, yeah, if I was top rank, and this is what I'm telling you, I need to be in some of these management teams, yeah, because if I was top rank, I would have paid for a 24-hour bodyguards for these fucking judges, man. Lock them down. The minute they hit Australia, we're locking them down. Locking the communications down. Locking it all down. Because for what it's worth, it might cost you, what, 20 grand for a week? That 20 grand investment to make sure there's no skullduggery is a price I'm prepared to pay. And in fact, if I was Team Haney, they're making, what, apparently 3, 4, 5 million for this. If I was making 3, 4, 5 million and I was Team Haney, I'd say, listen, we're going to put some man on them still. Make sure they're nice. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be doing. So that's what you call an investment. Because to spend 20, 30 grand on some 24-hour, or even if it's 50 grand, to spend 50 grand on 24-hour security or whatever, to keep them on the bodyguard, to keep on the judges and prevent a scam, it's worth it. That's a great investment. Because you leave them with no belts, you're good for nothing. Yeah? The belt, you must leave with the belts at all costs. But listen, these guys, they've got their way of doing things, and it is what it is. But I just want to put my spin on this, because initially, at first glance, it's great news. But thinking more deeply into it, I don't know about it. I don't know. The question is, should Bill Haney have said no? I've almost felt, that the wheels were in motion. And to some extent, actually, I've been tweeting Dev, saying, listen, Dev, use that energy of your dad not being here to whoop him on behalf of your pops. So it just changes the whole. Like I said, it felt to me as if the last week. It felt to me as if the wheels were in motion. We're in motion now. We know what we're doing. We've got Zab Judah's dad there. Don't forget, people. His whole camp in Australia has been with Zab Judah's dad. He's got used to him. They know what the wheels are in motion. It's all set now. Does Bill Haney really need to come in and upset that chemistry? Yes, Bill Haney and Devin, they're father and son, and that's never going to change. But I'm saying, a fight camp and a head trainer, it's almost like a connection. Do you want a real? Devin Haney hasn't been with Bill Haney for the last month. They haven't got that connection for this particular camp, if that makes sense. Why split the connection between Devin and Zab Judah's dad? Why split that now? And bring in Bill, and he's all messy, and he's jet lagged because he's been on a plane for 20 hours, and why? I just don't feel Bill Haney can be on his job as well as he might have been. That's another factor, in fact. Bill Haney will get there, and he won't even have a full day to recuperate. Literally, Bill Haney's going to get there, yeah, and the fight will be within 5 hours of him arriving. That's not good. In my opinion, the only way I'd advise Bill Haney to go is if he at least had 24 hours in there to sit down and get comfortable. Rest and get used to the whole thing. He's going to jump off the plane and run to the arena. That don't sound good to me. And that doesn't sound good for no one. Bill Haney won't be sharp. Bill Haney going to be tired. Plus, Devin going to be... Oh, is it going to be Zab? Is it going to be my dad? And is dad going to be... Oh, I don't know, man. I think Bill should have stayed at home and let the wheels in motion carry on. That's what I actually think at this point, having analysed it all. And also, that response here would have been a great FU to the Australians, who have clearly been playing games. I don't see, like I said, I don't see no way, this wasn't game playing. Fair enough, initially I kind of half respected the Australians. When they said no, I thought, you know what, if no means no, so be it. But the fact they said yes now, that tells me game playing. I'm sorry, that's pure game playing. So I feel Bill Haney should have said, you know what, and imagine how strong that would have been. You know what, I don't need to be there. We've got our plans, we're going to do us now. We're not going to run around like a headless chicken, disrupting the vibe, disrupting the connection and the energy. I felt the energy. I felt the Team Haney energy. And from that point of view, this feels like a disruption, After that initial... Because even me, initially I was really happy. Great, yeah. But then when that weared off, I thought, you know what, I feel uncertain now. I'm not sure when he's going to get there. I'm not sure if you're gonna get there. I'm not sure if there are gonna be problems. I'm not sure if you're gonna make it in time. And that's me. I'm not even involved. I've just got some coin on the line. Never mind belts. Never mind having to fight. So I do feel Bill Haney probably should have took the executive decision to sit back. Or, yeah, I don't know, to sit back and maybe come afterwards. Yeah, book a flight to take off after the fight and enjoy the celebrations. Do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe Bill Haney, yeah, should tell, maybe the best thing to do would be tell Devin you're not going to come and explain why, because you don't want to rock the boat and you don't want to interrupt the energy. Meanwhile, you actually do got to get on a plane. When you get there, you sit in a hotel, you call Dev as you would have done. Don't forget, his plan was to call Dev in the corner. Now, I'm not sure how smart that advice is. Yeah, you've only got a minute in the corner. Is it best to be chatting on the phone and the connection goes? And I don't think that's a smart thing. Don't forget as well, on fight night, it's very loud. Are you going to be able to hear a phone? Is Devin, who's sweating, he's got Vaseline all over him, is he really going to be able to hear someone on the phone? That's a bad idea in my opinion. Let Zab do it, man. Let him handle it. Yeah? Let your son go. I mean, I'm not being funny. Bill Haney isn't the only one who knows boxing. Zab and Dad's know boxing. He don't, like I said, Bill Haney ain't the only guy who's going to know what advice to give. Zab's been there now for a month or however many months. Lead them to do their thing. And like I said, Bill Haney should potentially come. Don't tell no one he's coming. Get there. If they're planning to call on the phone, and then pull up, buy a seat in the stadium, and pull up, and then sit back in the cut. And then when the fight ends, you can run up and get in the ring and say, listen, I didn't want to mess it up, kind of thing, but I'm here. That'd be the best thing, I feel, at this point. I don't think coming to actually get involved in the fight is going to be... But then again, maybe that's me. Maybe Devin's on his game anyway. Hopefully Devin's on his game regardless. Hopefully, and that's the thing. Really, what can really trainers do? Yeah? Dev's going to do what he's going to do anyway. Dad or whoever else does. So that's a positive. Anyway, either way, adds to the saga. Let's see how it plays out, no doubt.